Hi everyone. Welcome to the next video in the series. This is on polynomial graphing. It's a recap of some of the things we've done in class. We're going to review graphing, we're going to talk about the types of zeros, the end behavior of polynomial graphs, and the intercepts. Alright, so let's talk about polynomial graphs. We have two different graphs here. We can see this graph right here. It doesn't have the arrows on the end like the other one does, but you can see that the behavior of the ends of this polynomial equation, you can see that it's rising to the right and rising to the left. You can also see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 real zeros because it actually crosses the x-axis in 4 places. We can see that it has one y-intercept. It's always going to have one y-intercept. And the other thing that you notice here is that it has turns, right? It has 3 turns. So if it has 3 turns in the graph, this is a polynomial of degree 4. Now 4 is an even number. So degrees of even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. The behavior at the ends, as you remember, either both go up or both down, but they stay together, an even function. Okay? You notice also that it has, this is a minimum, and this is an absolute minimum because it is the absolute lowest point of the graph. Because these go up, this is the absolute lowest. This point right here is also a minimum, but it's not the absolute, so we call it a relative minimum. Okay? This is a maximum, but it's not the maximum point, ultimate maximum. It's not the absolute max, it's a relative max. So it has, here's a turn that's a min, here's a turn that's a max, and here's a turn that's a min. All right? So this polynomial over here, notice that it has, at the ends, on the right it goes up and on the left it goes down. Notice also that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. So this is this is 4 turns, so this is a degree 5 polynomial. Notice that 5 is odd. So remember that odd are going to go in opposite directions on the ends. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real zeros, and that's how many it will have. Total zeros will be 5. Notice that it has a minimum here at -1, -3. There's another minimum here at 4, -1. These are all relative minimums. This is a relative max, and this is also a relative max. It also has a y-intercept. That's where it crosses, the polynomial crosses the y-axis. It's only going to do that in one place. Notice that the coordinates of that are going to be 0, 2. So the x will be 0 on a y-intercept. Okay, so to graph a polynomial equation, we will recall that we need certain things. First of all, we need to know if there is a x-intercept. And for an x-intercept, you're going to let x be, you're going to look at the factors. Okay? And so I have this one, and this one. I have x is 3. And then I have, and 3 is to first power, so this is going to be a cross. This is -2. It's going to be a bounce because of that 2 there. And then this factor is 1, and to the third power will be a wiggle. Okay? So we need to find the zeros. Those are the x-intercepts, the zeros. The end behavior, we need to know its degree. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, so it's an even number, so it's going to go either up, up, or down, down. Because this first number is positive, it's going to go up, up on its end behavior. Okay. We also know we can find a y-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be where x is equal to 0. So let's do that. We have the 2. We have a -3. We have 2 squared, which is 4. And I'm just putting 0 in for x. And -1 to the third power is just -1. So this will be a positive. 2 times 4 is 8, times 3 is 24. So this will be 0, 24. All right. So if we can graph this, right, by putting in the zeros. So if 1, 2, 3, and then -2. So at -2, 1, and 3. So those are my zeros. And at -2, it's a bounce, so it's going to bounce. At 1 is a wiggle. And at 3 is a cross, where it's just going to cross. And remember that the end behavior starts up. So I'm going to start up, and I'm going to bounce here. Okay, my y-intercept is way up here, which I don't have room to do, but my y-intercept is way up there, so I'm going to go way up. Okay, then I'm going to wiggle here, go down, cross, and end up like this. And that would be the graph of that polynomial. It is a 6th degree polynomial. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's what that looks like. So we're going to do a lot more graphing in class, but this is probably the easiest way to do that. And so I will see you in class.